Event open. Yes, okay. Now we'll see how to work with events. Okay, right click on this, add new item, HTML page, demo.js 18.html. Okay, now, as I said yesterday, we are going to learn now event handling. Event handling. First two techniques which I cover now will be basic part and old methodology to work with events in JavaScript. Currently, we got some new methods introduced in JavaScript. Those techniques we are going to follow for implementing events in JavaScript. So one technique is this one. One technique. First, I create input type equals to button. I want to have a text on that button. Value is equal to click, and then event on click here, on click button, and here I have to execute code when I click. So what you have is one alternate technique. You have one alternate technique, and what that alternate technique is, you can say like this: JavaScript alert, and you can say here hello, close the parenthesis, close double quotes, semicolon. Yes. Here, instead of writing script block separately, I have written JavaScript code directly by writing what? JavaScript statement in event to call onClick. And the function which I'm calling is alert. This is one way. Execute, right click, view in browser. Yes. Click on that button, alert will come for us. What happened? Alert, semicolon. Come back again. Re-execute. Allow blocked content. Click on it. Alert. Yes. I didn't write script block separately. I didn't. Rather, I used keyword called JavaScript before writing a script block, and directly I have mentioned whichever the code or whichever the function that you want to execute. Direct. And we found that alert has been executed. Okay, and second, same process, but another approach now. In the same program I'll cover, not in another. Break line. So that comparatively you can see now. Input type equals to button, value equals to press on click equal to F1. F1 is my function now. Remember that. F1 is the function which I'm going to call. When it will call that function? Whenever you press a button. Whenever you press a button. So I have to write a code for that. So I write now script type equal to text oblique JavaScript function F1, and here I write alert pressed button semicolon for confirmation. Right. Come on. So what will happen now? Second button, when you press, then F1 function will be called and this code will be executed. First button is click, so I'll get a message as hello. Second button, press, I gave the name. If you click on that, then get pressed button will be the output of the alert. So anyway, two buttons have come. Allow blocked content. Click, however works. Hello. Press pressed button. Both of them have worked. Both approaches are available. Now I'll show you another technique. Another technique. Okay, third technique you can say. Right? So go for it. In the same I'm writing break line, so that you can have a comparison. I'll give some time once I complete this code. You see them, you see it, understand clearly what all I said in it. Then you can put up your queries if you have anything in it. I say now value equal to click here. Now I'm not interested for on click. On click is a old mechanism for handling events in JavaScript. Old technique of handling what? Events in JavaScript. I'm not interested for that. Then what you want to do? Remember, now you'll have three buttons are there, no doubt. Three buttons. Just refresh. Three buttons. Click here, third button. But what I do now, compulsory for this third button, I introduce ID is equal to BTN means button, CLCK, click. Yes. BTN, complete word you give no follow. Click. Okay, that is ID. Okay. What do you need now? What do you need? What do you need? Now there should be a link here. There should be a link. What link? That whenever you click on this third button whose ID is BTN click, I should execute some function. I should execute some function. Okay, which function? So write separate function for that. No problem. F2. Put your message in it. Alert button click semicolon. Okay. Now you have to call that function because I'm not calling here. In this third line, in this third button statement, I'm not calling the function. Here I called because there was an event. Here there is no event in this line. I have ID, I have type, I have value, only three. On click we don't have. But I'm interested to call this function F2 whenever I click on this button, third button. For that I'm writing now. JavaScript में I'm writing. What I'm writing is document dot. Which button? Third button, third. What is its ID? BTN click. That ID is that button ID. So I have a method. Get element by ID. Okay. Which ID? BTN click. BTN click. In that I should say no. Dot add event listener method. Which event? Big list we have. Believe me, big list. These all are events. Do you see here? Events. Full screen error, abort, animated cancel, animated animation, iteration, animation. You got list. I want to call a button event called click. And which function it should call? F2 semicolon. Yes. Save. Come back. Run the code. Click alert will run. Press alert will run. Button click. That is also working. Please go through all the things till you feel somewhere you're inconvenient. Ask me. Who is executing this code? Browser internally has interpreter. Browser has internal. What do we have? Interpreter. You remember introduction class I said interpreter based language. HTML code browser will execute. If JavaScript code comes, browser will give it to interpreter, which is built in browser, which is inside browser, and that interpreter will execute the code. Go through, please. You make yourself clear about the way these things are working. Believe me, coming classes may you have very clear picture of understanding rest of the things. Very easily you can understand. Oh, yeah. Any queries you have, you can leave through a chat panel. Yes, this is inline. This is inline JavaScript here. This is separate script block. Even I'll show you another technique also. Why to go in this way? I'll show you another technique. Do one thing. Here, close this block. Close this block. Open another block. Text oblique JavaScript. Remove from here. Twice now. 3 times you have used JavaScript. 3 times. Go for it. Close this. We'll run separately. Chalo, save. Come back. Right click, view in browser. This, however, will run. This will also run. This will also run. I didn't mention anywhere from the point I started my JavaScript that you should write only one script block in the program. I didn't say anywhere. Multiple script blocks or one script block with multiple functions. Anyways is fine. Your wish. No rules, nothing. Unnecessary this additional code. This is additional code. To avoid all this only, I just have written two functions in one block. So that could make easy approach. Simple, delete. Over, clubbed. Srinivas, you're clear now, Srinivas? Okay, Srinivas. I'll do one thing. In the same program, I'll cover one more also, so that I don't need to have separate thing again. In the same one. This is everywhere talking about click event. And did you notice here? Did you notice here? Add event listener. Event is not on click. Event is only click here. Here it is on click. Button has event called on click. Here for this button, you're applying event by name click. One and the same only. One and the same. But here it is identified. This is new way of handling your event. I'll show you another. Another also I'll show you. Chalo, right. Break line, break line. One more event I'll cover. Input ID equal to btn d click dclck. Type equals to button. Value equal to double click here. Close. I'll add one more function. Function F3. Alert. Button got double click semicolon. Event. I'm handling event. ID is different now. Document dot get element by ID. DTN click dot add event listener. DBL click and function name F3 semicolon. Thus, run the code and see. Second event, that was click event. This is double click event. Right click, view in browser. Yes, allow blocked content. If you once you click, you don't get output. Double click as it. Double. Yes, I got the output. Double click on the button. This is single click on the button. This is single click will not work. Double click will work. Right. Third, same I'll design. One more. Here. Break line, break line. This is also for button only, but added with one more thing in it now. First I'll say enter name. Static text. Input type equal to text. Input type equal to text. For this, I'll have a button as well. Break line, break line. Here I'll write input type equal to button. ID equal to btn greet. Value is equal to wish user. Some message I'm giving for understanding. Okay, come down. Add a function. Function F4. Here I write. Here. Document dot get element by ID btn greet dot add event listener. Click F4 function. Okay, it will come to F4. When it comes to F4, what do you need now in F4? Whatever data you inserted in this text box, that data you want. So then give ID equal to txt name. So F4 may I'm writing. What I'm writing? Listen. Where n is equals to document dot get element by ID txt name. Yes, you want to have value of the text box, then do dot value. You can give like this. You want to display alert, hello, plus n semicolon. Take your own time, please understand. You want to see this output, how it works? Go for it. Right click, view in browser. Allow block content. That already 4 we know. This one I'll try. Here I'll write Ahmad Sharif input. Wish this user. Wish user. You got a message. What happened? 1 second, please. Somewhere we are wrong. Click event. When this button btn greet dot add event array here we did mistake. I placed parenthesis here. That's a mistake. Okay. Now come back again. Execute this code again. Again give the name. Ahmad Sharif. Wish user. Hello, Ahmad Sharif. Instead of saying hello, that would be more appropriate, right? Usually you find some websites I've seen where they wish according to time. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. So that I'll show you. That example also will cover, so that you'll get some real-time exposure to even JavaScript. See the code the way it is designed. This is very much important, this part. It means when you click on this button, F4 function is called. In F4 function, we are getting the data whatever you have typed in text box by using what? Same get element by id dot value. Dot means text box containing a value, that value you want, and you're getting it into a variable called n. Alert will display that message plus n both. Everyone is comfortable with this example. You're understanding what we have tried in it. Anand, are you there, Anand? From long time, there's no response from you. Anand. Yeah, okay, okay, okay. Romana, you're also clear? Hmm. Okay. No, 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 no. If you want to get value, dot value is should be there. If not like this, if you don't give like this, another technique. Don't give value. Now, if you don't give value, what will happen? N will have a reference to text box. Next line, you should say again variable. I mean variable the keyword. Then I'll write equals to n dot value one and the same. Not giving value there. Here I'm giving one and the same. And I'll say here variable which is containing a value. So instead of extending the code by one additional line, I compressed it out by writing here itself dot value. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That is common rule. Not interested, remove. Anyways, it works. Okay. Let's go with next example. Right click, add, add new item, HTML page, file name, demo.js 19.html. Yes. This time, here I say enter first value. Input type equal to text. ID equal to txta. Close. Break line, break line. Enter second value. Input type equal to text. ID equal to txtb. ID equal to txt b. Here again, break line, result, input type equal to text, id is equal to txt r means result, break line, then input type equals to button, id is equals to add, value is equals to add, copy paste this, subtract, multiply, divide, btn sub, and here value, subtract, here multiply, here I'll write multiply, here I'll write div, here I write divide, 4 buttons, 4 buttons. Now script comes, type equal to text oblique java, function f1, I'll better call like this, calculate function. Okay, which function should we call? Calculate function. When it should call any of these buttons, if I click, then write document dot get element by id, btn. First I'll show you lengthy process only. Then I'll show you shortcut. First we'll do lengthy only. btn add dot add event listener, click, comma, cal. हो गया. This is once you're calling. Okay, copy this, paste. चलो. Here I write btn sub, btn multiply, btn divide. Okay. All of them we call same cal function. All. Then in this, what do you want to do? You want to get those text box values. Where fv, first value you meant to say, fv equal to document dot get element by id txt a dot value var sv, second value, document get element by id txt dot value, second var third value, What to write? Oh, how to do this code? And we just have added if conditions, extracting out all the values of those buttons. I'm not wrong. This should parse int here, error, I capital. Parse int, parse int, parse int, parse int. Okay. This is for parse float. This is for parse float. Float. Okay. Come back. Let's run this code and see. Hope should work. Solution Explorer. Demo.js 19. View in browser. Allow block the content. Here I give 5, 2, 5, 2. Add 7. Hmm. Add is working. Subtract. SUBTRACT. Okay. Multiply. Okay. Divide. Okay. Oh. Okay. Else I'll remove. Okay. Come back. Refresh. 5, 2. Add. Oh, last answer you're getting. Else. Else. We will display those values also. Yeah, last I'll display the result. We'll try here. RB. Come back, refresh. 5, 2, add. Parse float first value, parse float second value. Re-execute. Again I'll give 5, then 2, then add 7. When click subtract, nothing is happening. BT and sub add listener event listener click. Okay, calc method. Mm, then okay, if sum is equals to add, then this should work. If sum is if is equal to subtract, then it should call this. Yeah, subtract will call. Else, if mul is equals to multiply, this should call. Else, div is equal to divide. Save. Run the code again. 5, second value 2, add 7. Multiply, divide. No, only add is working. 52, add 22. No. Okay, I'll stop the session here. Let me go through this code.